I don't know about that, Steve. It was a good, tough, hard game of footy, and both teams come to play, and there's there's a lot of passion displayed by both sides. We had to work very hard to get a victory tonight.
Mel, the Greg Inglis try, they looked at it over and over and over. From your vantage point, did you think it was going to be allowed?
Yes. And that's the rules. You're allowed to strike at the football in the process of going for a try. So, which they did, and we gathered, and it was a fair try.
Was that clear?
Sorry?
Was that clear?
In my opinion, it is, yeah. If that's the worst thing, you're basically going to ask us, what, fair dinkum, what's going on? You're trying to be controversial or something, eh? Or what? It was a tough game of footy, and a lot of the bounce of the ball, went to both sides. So, you have your bits and pieces of luck that goes your way, but that was a fair try.
But how did you say this minute?
Well, I thought it was a deliberate act. Came over the top, so I thought it was a fair decision as well.
Were you surprised that he was injured in State of Origin?
Oh, nothing surprised me in State of Origin, to be honest with you. But it was a strong decision by the referee. Obviously, he's obviously anticipating there was going to be a hard, torrid affair, and there might be some melees, using AFL terms, in the game. But I thought they handled it really well.
Did you think he'd be the only one to go to the bin after the fight?
Oh, I thought so, yeah.
You didn't think anyone else deserved to go?
Not really.
Your take on those two incidents, Ken?
Yeah, I agree with Mel on both. The try was pretty clear cut for me. The new rule is that you're allowed to try and dislodge the ball in the act of scoring, and that's what they did. It came out cleanly out of Greg's hands, and then he regathered and placed the ball down. So for me, that was pretty clear cut. And then when the fight happened, obviously Jennings come in sort of third man and got one of our boys in the back of the head, and that was pretty clear cut. And the referee had a word to Nate as well about throwing the ball at, I think it was Greg Bird, and that sort of started also. He mentioned to him that he's pretty close to going to the bin as well. So we nearly had one in the bin. It wasn't just sort of all towards New South Wales. So it was a fairly strong warning by the referee there, and I thought they handled it quite well.
Matty Scott threw the ball, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
I don't think it's thrown out of the front row.
Matty Scott, yeah. Attention to detail, well done, Steve. That's great.
Did you think the game changed then, Ken? I mean, the Singapore obviously scored a try and been under a bit of pressure, but the game seemed to change a bit.
Oh, mate, no, not really. I think they started really well, and we were caught in the blocks. There's no doubt about that. The first 20 minutes they were played extremely well. They were upbeat. They were playing faster than what we were. They were probably running a lot harder than what we were, and we were sort of stuck in our own end. We had to do a lot of hard work early on, and to come back from that, the way they played was just a great effort. We spoke about all week about being patient, trying to complete our sets, just keep working for each other, and that's what we did. We've done that in the past as well. Ever since I've been part of this team, is just trying to hang in there, not going away from what works for us, and that's why we went in half time ahead on the scoreboard.
Cam, just looking ahead after what we saw tonight, obviously we're looking at two pretty special games to come up.
Oh, absolutely. I think that was a great game of football, and I mentioned to the boys out there before, and they agreed with me. It's probably one of the toughest Origins I've played in a couple of years. They come ready to play, but we come ready to play as well. And New South Wales would have gained a lot of confidence out of last year. Although they lost the series, they come close to winning it. They come really close to winning it. And tonight was just a great example of how close these two teams are. I think for as many series as we've won, we've won the last 6. It sort of overshadows the performances that New South Wales put in. They're a great team, and they play good football. It's just that we've come away with 6 victories in a row. So for us, we never turn up in Origin camp, and we don't turn up at games thinking we just have to turn up. We just have to run out of the park and we'll win this one. We know it's always going to be a tough game, and we're going to come up against a really good opposition.
Now, do you feel that New South Wales are edging closer then, based on that?
Well, I agree with Cameron. You look at the series over the last 6 years, and it's been 2-1. So most of the time. So, they are. They played really good football tonight. They started both halves extremely well, as Cameron said. Put us under enormous pressure. That's what Origin is all about. It's about handling adversity, you know, and coming back, hanging in there, never giving up, making sure that, you know, you come up with those special efforts when needed. And we did that tonight extremely well. And we had to fight for every point we got today, fight for every yardage we had, you know, we got tonight. It's a special team, you know. They keep on hanging in there. They keep on believing in what they're doing, and they're patient. You know, instead of asking questions about, you know, who's won the punch or, you know, that try is fair income, you know, it should be. These guys should be reporting about the greatness of that game. It was offending. It was a great game of football.
What about the bloke next to you, Mel? I mean, how quick was he in out there?
Like I said, he was on Monday. You know, it was more precautionary. He's been a bit ill, and a couple of guys have been, you know, carrying a few colds, and, you know, we had a bit of flu through the week. You know, we want him playing tonight. We don't want him going to a press conference on a Monday, you know, coughing, splurting, carrying on. We want him playing rugby league for us on a Wednesday night, as does everybody, you know, that supports our great game.
Now, Nate Miles was man of the match. Can you say something about his performance?
Nate Miles was man of the match. That's excellent. You know, he deserves it. I thought his start to the game was terrific. I mean, they put a lot of pressure around our middle. Certainly, you know, the first 20 minutes of both halves. You know, used Jared Hayden extremely well, coming off his wing, and Nate did a lot of, and as did Smithy, did a lot of clean-up work around the ruck. And then his second effort was fantastic. That's exactly what we needed as a team. You know, he come on and he worked hard in the middle. He kicked, his chase on the kick was excellent. His ruck work was great. You know, so I mean, he typifies, you know, what this Queensland side's all about. He goes about in an unselfish way, team way, and he deserves all the accolades he gets.
Mel, super crowd, great atmosphere under the roof. Do you enjoy playing here?
Of course I do. It's a great place to play rugby league under a roof. I would imagine, you know, talking to camera, the atmosphere would be fantastic. It's probably pretty warm. It's probably a bit like a sauna with all the heat coming off all the crowd. But you know, it's good. It's good to play in dry conditions.
There's a record-breaking crowd for Origin at Etihad. Is that something that makes you proud?
Well, it makes us proud the fact that you know, people are coming to watch our great game of footy, you know, in Melbourne, and it's on the back of what the Storm are doing down here. They're terrific footy side and club, you know, great in the community, and it's rugby league's way of, you know, continuing our venture into Victoria. You know, it's an important part of, you know, the rugby league fabric, you know, by coming here and showing our great event.
There were a few contenders for one of the wing spots, and Toby got it.
It was great today. Our back three really, because we had to do a lot of work out of our end, but all three of them were extremely good. And Tony was fabulous tonight, and you know, he played. That's what you get from Brent Tate, and he comes and puts a Maroons jersey on, and he plays that every time, you know. And we had no problems about picking him.
Cameron, a lot of the talk was about Todd Carney coming in. What did you think of his game, and did you see him as an X factor before the game?
Yeah, absolutely. He's been in really good form for the Sharks. He and Mitch Pearce, you know, they got a really good combination, and he's been in great form. You know, I thought he did a pretty good job tonight. But for us, I thought we did a probably even better job defensively on him. We knew he was going to try and drift across field and, you know, try and get our defenders to bite on him, but you know, we held a nice straight line and you know, tried to minimise his impact on the game. And you know, I thought we did that. But you know, Todd, he's a smart footballer. He's a good footballer. He'll learn a lot from this game tonight, you know, and I'm sure he'll be a lot better in Sydney.
Is he more dangerous because of tonight to bounce back?
Yeah, well, he will be. You know, he'll have a look at the you know, the tape of this game and see where he can be better with the football. And you know, he's a dangerous player. You know, it doesn't matter who he's playing for, club level, representative level. You know, he's a great player. I've played alongside him, and I've seen what he can do. So you know, he's had a taste now, and I think he'll be a lot better next time.
Cameron, did you take a big sigh of relief when they opted to go for the points instead of a try there? It was 10-8. Do you like sort of pinned a bit?
Not really. You know, if I was in their position, I probably would have done that as well. We were defended quite well at that stage, and they were still a fair way out. You know, and if Carney actually kicked that, you know, it's a tight ball game. So you know, I probably would have done the same thing, but you know, he missed, and we got the kick and went downfield, and kept defending.
Jim, what would it mean to win the series in front of a jam-packed ANZ Stadium with such a huge Sydney crowd?
Oh, that'd be nice. Be nice to finish it off in game 2, no matter where we're playing. You know, whether we're at home or in Sydney, it'd just be nice to get it over and done with in 2 games. But we know that it's not that simple. You know, saying that we'll just rock up there and finish it off. You know, I don't think that should be our mindset in the next camp. You know, going up there and let's try and finish it off. Let's, you know, we can seal the series now. For us, it's just about, you know, training really well. We've got to be better at our start. That's got to be our focus. Our start for the next game. We're going into enemy territory. There's going to be a lot of Blues fans there, not too many Maroons fans. So it's a difficult place to play at. You know, at ANZ, it's a slippery surface. It's a lot different to here and up at Suncorp. So you know, the style of footy might be a little bit different. So if we were to win it, it'd be really nice. Make it a lot easier going up to Brisbane.
You spoke of the slow start. Billy came out and fumbled a couple or misjudged a couple in the air. Were you surprised by that and what was going on?
He's human. I mean, he can't keep on coming up with special efforts all the time, you know, so he's not going to be. I mean, he'd be castigated himself as opposed to me doing it and saying anything to him, you know, so he wouldn't have been happy with it himself personally. That's the level he's at, that's how professional he is. So, you know, he'll get over, he'll move on, he'll, you know, probably play against the Broncos on Friday night and, you know, get it right.
Does the roof on the Oval Stadium change the perspective or anything like that, Cam, to judging, you know, your peripheral?
I don't have to take many kicks, mate, so for me, not really.
Feel?
Oh, mate, yeah, it's always different. It's different, and I remember the first time I actually played here. You know, it was a lot different. You know, the surroundings are different. You know, when a ball goes up, you sort of gets caught in the roof, in the structure of the stadium, and you know, for those guys taking those bombs, I guess it would be a lot different. You know, because we play in open-air stadiums all the time. But as far as, you know, tonight's atmosphere and you know, the way the crowd really got behind both teams, it was great. We really love playing here, and you know, we had a good night tonight.
Thanks,